my individual presentation, I'm going to do the dumbbell circuit, and I'm going to incorporate the push, pull, bend, twist, and squat, lunge movements. I like to train this week because I believe it's functional, and I like to incorporate the push, pulls, and opposing muscle groups to keep the body working in a symmetrical form. The first one I got here for us to do is a dumbbell chest press or floor press. So you come here, knees bent. So you want to press up, you can either have a neutral grip or pronated grip. All right, press up, we'll go 1 set of 10. Fully extend the arms and go until the elbows hit the floor. Make sure you breathe throughout each sticking point. Alright, next we got standing shoulder press. I like to do this on my feet also because anything overhead activates the core also. So we'll do 10 of these. So you want to keep your elbows at 90, straight up. You can get a touch in the middle or go straight up with them. 2. Good, pushing through, breathing through the sticking point. 6, you also want to have your knees slightly bent with these. Good. Next, go straight into the bent over row. So with these, it's not a squat or anything. You want to bend at the hips. All right, back straight. You can have a neutral grip or pronated grip with this one also. Squeezing the scapula together and get full range of motion. You want to keep the neck neutral also, and you can hold at the top to make the exercise more intense. Next one we got is a vertical pull. I'm going to do upright rows for this one. This one I like to do alternating single arms. I feel like it works the shoulders a little bit better. So you want to here pull it to your chin. Keep your elbow high. Good. After that one, I like to do dumbbell deadlifts. Once again, this one, you want to keep your knees slightly bent. When we go down for this one, you want to push your hips backwards so you can feel it in your hamstrings. Boom. And squeeze your glutes at the top. Back. Good. You should feel tension in your hamstrings, slight discomfort, and then pull your hips back in, or flex your hips back. Or, extend your hips, and squeeze your glutes to the top. To make this one harder, or a progression of this one, you go single leg. So next we'll do dumbbell squats. You can either have the shoulder or the hip carry, the shoulder carry or above. And right now we'll do this to the hip. The higher you go with the dumbbells away from the midpoint, the harder it becomes. With this one, it's way different from the bend. You're going to bend at your hips and at your knees. Push your hips backwards. Squatting your hips all the way down. Toes should be slightly outward. You can either look up or keep the head neutral. Back should be flat the whole time also. Show you some from the hip, from the shoulder carry position. The knees should track over the feet with this one also. And try not to let the knees go past the toes. The majority of your weight should be on your heels as well for this one. I'll show you a couple from above head. Try to keep your hands behind your feet. Good. All right. The next one, the lunge matrix we learned. I learned while I was at Parkland. This one, you want to take a step. We'll go ahead and show the body the way you want first. Step here, bend, 45, 90, then we do one towards the back. Good. And with that one, you can step all the way across if you wish. With the lunges, you want to try keeping your torso straight. Track your knee over your toe. Everywhere you go. So when you take the side lunge, your hips should be facing forward. You're bending that knee, sitting over the leg. So I'll show you a couple of those. Once you can do some dumbbell or body weight. Here, I like to reach overhead to activate the core. Good. Make sure you're breathing through the whole exercise. Then usually progress into 2 or 3 of those. With the dumbbells, we do the same thing. You're still doing the reach and overhead. All right, last dumbbell exercise we have is the Russian twist for part of the twist portion. So you grab your mat. To progress through this, you have to make it easy, feet on the ground. No way you could do, but to make it harder, feet off the ground. And you want to keep everything facing forward, chest straight. And you just want to rotate the dumbbell from side to side. Contracting your abs as you go. You want to keep your core tight the whole time while control your breathing. So here's press on your feet, be easier. You also do it with your legs extended. Mess around with that one. All right, some of the body weight progressions with the push, pull, bend, twist, squat, lunge, also normal push-ups. So you'll be here, or even modified, be on your lower part of your thigh, upper knee. So those look like this. Or you can do normal push-ups with your hands wider or narrower, depending on what you're looking for. To hit the vertical push, I can do handstand push-ups. Something of that nature. Horizontal rows are kind of hard to do without a barbell, but you lay flat on your back with those. Keep your hips neutral. Maybe pulling up on a barbell, raising your body up like a row, an inverted row. Same goes with the vertical pull. You can either do, I like to do chin-ups or pull-ups with those. You can also do for beginners or guys that just started the workout program. Without the dumbbells, you can do body weight deadlifts. Same with that, you can do double leg, feel the pull. Good for flexibility also, or you can go single leg deadlifts, where you're reaching to keep the legs straight, knees slightly bent, just bend at the hips. A body weight for the squats would just be single leg, double leg body squats, or pistol squats. Also, I showed you the body weight lunge matrix, which we've been over with the dumbbells and body weight. And lastly, for the rotations, I like to do planks, both normal. You can do them on your elbows or on your hands. When you're doing these, a lot of people miss out on squeezing the glutes and the quads while keeping the core engaged. To include the twist in this from the side lunge, or from a side plank, you come here, keep everything facing forward, reach underneath, back up. I can do 10 rotations with each of those. Once again, just hold the side plank too. You can raise the leg to make it more transverse. Then you can switch sides. The same thing. Good. Last thing I like to incorporate are bridges with my clients. I feel like this goes well with the dumbbell circuit and bodyweight circuit because you don't need much to do. You can do these at home or anything. With the bridges though, for beginners, I like to start them with both feet. You use engage the glutes and keep everything isolated. Keep your hips as high as you can. From there, I have new drops. Do 10 of those. And once they start progressing, I have a single leg, neutral here, holding it, and then doing drops as well, switching, and also turn legs straight up. You can have new step outs while holding it. Or you can do work in the transverse plane, bring the hip leg underneath. Then, for a quick cool down, we'll go ahead and stretch out the upper body. Get your heart rate calmed down. Make sure you control your breathing still. Get a quad stretch. Holding these for about 15-20 seconds. Hamstring stretch. Once again, keep breathing. Hold you about 15-20 seconds. And lastly, I like to drop my hips. You want to stretch out your glutes, your groin. Put your elbows inside and go and hold that for 15-20 seconds. All right, I'm sweating a little bit. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.